starting from ignorance and the notion that consciousness is dependent on the body, and the kind of feelings that go with that. How does it feel, by comparison, to know from moment to moment that you are consciousness and that consciousness is universal?
It feels like peace. It feels like that the emotional state we were talking about yesterday.
Is that states plural?
The emotional state we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, state, okay.
The emotional state. This sense of lack in the background that lingers. This sense of that something is not right in the background, that something is missing. This sense of impending doom in the background has been replaced with peace, but happy peace, content peace, exciting peace in that sense, that eager peace, enthusiastic peace, life-loving peace. Absolute safety or security peace.
And is it possible for that to be unwavering?
To be?
Unwavering, despite circumstances?
Yes, because it is the real background of our experience anyway. So, by essence, by design, if you will, by nature, it is always present. So, it never really disappears. It can only apparently disappear by being hidden by the emotional state that comes in front. In the same way as the blue sky can be hidden by the clouds, but the clouds don't put an end to the sky.
So, what may appear to be variations in consciousness are really the variations, as in the metaphor, the density of the clouds, as it were. Is that correct?
Yes. If we use this metaphor a little further, and we can use it a little further. Let's assume someone has been born in Shropshire, where it's always cloudy, and has never seen the blue sky. And one day, by some extraordinary miracle, there is a tiny patch of blue in the sky that appears. And this Shropshire lad goes and says, "What a beautiful blue cloud." And he's very happy about the blue cloud, right? And so this blue cloud is happiness to him. However, he's still in ignorance of the sky, right? Because he has not understood that it was always there, whether the clouds were there or not. So this is the position of the ignorant experiencing a moment of happiness. Right? The experience of happiness is a true experience of happiness. However, it is not attributed to its real cause, the blue sky, but to an alleged cause, which comes and goes, right? Because this whole, especially in Shropshire, is not going to last for too long. So at some point, especially if this Shropshire lad chooses to move to the south of France, the episodes of blue sky will become more and more frequent. And one day, he will realize that the picture has been replaced with one in which you have a sky which is mostly blue, with a few clouds there just to make the blue of the sky feel more blue. You see, like this lady in the 18th century, they would put a black, how do you call it? A black dot to make the skin look more white, right? More fair. So then at that moment, or perhaps before, but at least at some point, he will realize, gee, the sky is always there behind the clouds. Now, and perhaps that's where the metaphor comes to an end. Because this metaphor cannot account for the fact that I am the blue sky, you see, I am the blue sky. So then, the moment I realize I am the blue sky, then the presence or the absence of the clouds becomes irrelevant, you see. Because in fact I am beyond the clouds always. You see, because I'm not a cloud.
Yeah, so there's a
I'm not a blue cloud. The blue cloud is a limited consciousness.
And at least
the unlimited consciousness is the sky beyond, you see. So the moment I realize I am always the blue sky, I am the happiness itself. And I cannot lose it, because the blue sky is permanent. It is the clouds that are impermanent.
So
that's why it's better to live in California than in Shropshire.
Well, thank you for the Pied Piper of California.
But I send a message to Rupert from time to time. He's moved to Oxford, which is a very small improvement.
If I might continue, just... In the metaphor, there's a very distinctive change in point of view from observing the clouds in the sky to being the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the metaphor finds its limits. Because I am both the clouds, I'm both that which sees the sky, the blue sky, and the blue sky which is seen. You see?
Thank you. If I may be indulged, I had one other perhaps impertinent question. I've come to these gatherings a long time, and this may be in the category of asking the genie for more wishes, but has there ever been a question that you wished that somebody had asked but never did?
No, because there is not a true question. You know, I would have this wish if there were a true question, the question. But the question doesn't exist, or the question is simply the question an earnest truth seeker is having at any given moment. That's a true question. The question is any sincere question that arises at any given moment. That's the question.
Okay,
it's not to be or not to be. That's only in Oxford. The question.
Hi, Francis.